Hi, welcome to the podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start conversation on Unit 19, Universalisation of Elementary Education. And we are continuing our topic initiatives, innovations and strategies. And subtopic is free and compulsory education as a fundamental right. The Constitution 86th Amendment Act 2000, enacted in December 2002, sought to make free and compulsory education a fundamental right for all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years by inserting a new Article 21A in Part 3, Fundamental Right of the Constitution. The new Article 21A reads as follows: 21A Right to Education. The state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years in such manner as the state may by law determine. Now the next program is District Primary Education Program, DPEP. The DPEP was launched in November 1994 to achieve universalization of elementary education through district-specific planning and disaggregated target setting. The program, as conceptualized based on the experiences of AP, BEP, BEP, and UPBEP. Unlike the earlier programs which had schematic piecemeal approach, the DPEP took a holistic view of primary education. The major features of DPEP were decentralized management, community mobilization, and district-specific planning based on contextuality and research-based input. While 80% of the cost involved in the program was borne by the central government, the rest of the cost was the responsibility of the state government. The central government managed the funds with external funding. IDA provided $260 million and $425 million under Phase 1 and Phase 2 respectively. The European Union EU provided 150 million ECU. The ODA UK extended a grant of $80.21 million. The grant from the Netherlands amounted to $25.8 million. The first phase of the program covered 42 districts in the states of Assam, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Madhya Pradesh. The second phase covered 80 districts of Odisha, Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat, and all the states of the Phase 1. The districts were selected on the basis of female literacy below national average and total literacy campaign. TLCs have made a demand for elementary education in these districts. Next is Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan SSA. The scheme of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan was approved by the Government of India in November 16, 2000. It would subsumes all existing programs of UEE except Mahila Samakhya and Midday Meal Scheme. The districts would be units of program implementation. Apart from the improving the efficiency of the delivery system for quality-based education up to class 8th, it would bridge the gender gap by involving the community in school management. The broad objectives of the scheme are all children in school, education guarantee centers, alternative school, back to school camp or bridge course by 2003. All children in the 6th age group complete 5 years of primary schooling by 2007. All children in the 6 to 14 age group complete 8 years of elementary schooling by 2010. Focus on elementary education of satisfactory quality and emphasis on education for life. Bridging of all gender and social category gaps at primary stage by 2007 and at elementary education level by 2010, and universal retention 2010. The Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a massive mission mode campaign which covers the entire country and seeks to address the needs of 192 million children in 1.1 million habitations. Nearly 0.85 million existing primary and upper primary schools and 33 existing teachers would be covered under the Abhiyan. Now let us move to the next point: innovative intervention in teacher education for elementary education universalization. Shiksha Karmi Project (SKP). The project was initiated in Rajasthan in 1987 with the assistance from the Swadesh International Development Corporation Agency (SIDA). The project aims at UEE in the socio-economic remote backward villages in Rajasthan with emphasis on girl education. It identifies teacher absenteeism as the main cause of the high dropout rates. Under this project, regular teachers are replaced by local teachers who are less qualified but specially trained. The Shiksha Karmi is a local person with a minimum qualification of class 8 for men and class 5 for the women. She is given both induction training program as well as the periodic refresher courses. One of the outstanding achievements of SKP was 100% enrollment of children in 576 villages, that is more than one-fourth of the project villages. MV Foundation Program. This program is implemented in the Rangareddy district of Andhra Pradesh to achieve the universalization of elementary education. The main concern of this program is to eradicate child labor and put children into regular government schools by releasing them from child labor. Under this program, the para teachers are appointed to campaign against child labor, to mobilize children, parents, and the community in favor of schooling, to run bridge courses and children released from labor for giving them basic literacy and numeracy skills and getting them used to school life, and to assist the government teachers in teaching and to retain the new entrant recently released from labor and put into school after an intense campaign. The program started in 1991 and had been successful in putting children back into school. Himachal Pradesh Volunteer Teacher Scheme (HPVTS). The scheme was introduced by the state government in 1984. Under this scheme, an additional volunteer teacher was provided to single teacher primary school. This was done as there was increase in enrollment in government schools. Another objective in this scheme was to provide unemployed youth job in schools. These volunteer teachers, after serving for 10 years, got permanent employment as junior basic teacher in schools. Here we wind up this conversation, and thank you so much for choosing this podcast.